What's up guys, welcome back. Currently in Eden, New South Wales for the spearfishing comp this weekend, and I'm back with Paul, the owner of Torelli, and I'll be diving off his boat with 4 others, so probably won't be able to be the most competitive, and I haven't done any scouting too, so I figured I might as well bring out the GoPro and do some filming and hopefully take you guys along with me for the journey, so enjoy. It is so cold right now. My face is like numb. You ready, Phil?
I was born ready, mate.
Can you give us one smile, Paul?
How you going?
On the pontoon over there, next to the boat ramp.
Oh, that sun's nice.
That sounds amazing.
So who's the 12 shot to? A red one?
Oh, there we go. And we're off.
Ethan, hold on.
I'm ready. I'm going to go kill some fish. Once we made it to the first spot, I hopped in and was greeted by some toasty 15-degree water. My hands were actually so numb, I was struggling to load my gun. Paul had dropped me off in the sand and told me to start swimming in towards the rocks. Once I could start making out some structure, I did an investigation dive to see what fish were hanging around. It was very quiet though, with pretty much nothing around. I continued swimming and made another dive, but it was still just crickets. I finally spotted the fish which was on the species list, a Luderick. I did a dive in it and took a very average shot. Next dive, I came down on this crimson wrasse, which at the time I thought was on the species list, but later found out it wasn't. I really should have had a look at the species list, as I wasted a bit of time throughout the comp shooting fish that weren't going to get me any points. Next drop, I spotted the zebrafish cruising around off in the distance. I slowly tried to approach it, but it didn't want to have anything to do with me. I decided to check out the shallows, which was quite surgy, and once again took a bit of a rush shot on this blue throat wrasse. I followed the blue throat and this time managed to shoot it, but hit it a bit too high, and unfortunately it came off.
Oh, come on, man.
I hate losing fish, but this was my first time spearfishing over a month and I was rusty and it definitely shows. While reloading, I spotted the banded moe, and at this stage I was really starting to second guess myself.
Boy, if you don't get...
Next dive, I came down on this massive smooth ray. I still wasn't seeing much apart from another crimson wrasse, which I was contemplating shooting as I wasn't sure if the first one I shot was going to reach the minimum 30cm size limit. I decided not to though, which was the right choice, as it would have been a waste of time. Moments later, I spotted the silhouette of a zebrafish, so quietly dived in it. And just like that, my confidence was back. After I finished putting the zebrafish on my stringer, I turned around and saw the ray coming at me in the surface. It was clearly hungry and had gotten the scent for my fish. I tried to ignore it and swim away, but it was very persistent, making it hard for me to focus on shooting fish when I was constantly having to look over my shoulder because it was literally following me around.
Why are you running? Why are you running?
In the end, I just said screw it and kept diving, and surprisingly, it actually left me alone. On this drop, I came across this blue morwong. It was at the very start of my dive, so I wanted to first have a look around to see if there was anything better getting around. In the end, there wasn't, so I ended up just taking him. Next dive, I came down in this little cave, which had a few red mowies in it. But as I approached the cave, I actually got a glimpse of a very nice bearded cod. If you look closely, you can see it swimming back and forth behind the red mowie. Bearded rock cod have extremely soft and delicate flesh, so I knew that I needed a solid shot if I want to land it. I slowly crept forward, but accidentally knocked the barrel of my gun on this rock and it spooked. In New South Wales, it's actually illegal to carry a torch and a spear gun at the same time, which makes it incredibly difficult to hunt in caves. But not wanting to take a poor shot, I opted to leave it, hoping that it'd still be hanging around. I made sure to have a good breathe up on the surface and went back down, knowing I might have to be down there for a while before I could get a good shot. But just my luck, there was a stupid fat wobbegong shark with its head right in the cave.
Are you serious?
Honestly, I hate wobbegongs, as I've had some bad run-ins with them in the past.
Oh!
So I was scared to get close and didn't want to poke it, in case it fully swam into the cave, so chose to shoot one of the red mowies instead. Next dive, the wobbegong had moved slightly, but was still sitting outside the cave, so I decided to take another red mowie for burley, as there was no shortage of them. Finally on the next dive, the wobbegong had moved, so I poked my head back into the cave to have a quick look, but there was no sign of the cod. I was confident it'd still be there, so deployed a bit of burley to try and entice it out. I really wanted that cod, as I knew it'd be a great bonus fish to get, but also knew I was wasting time when there was still a lot of other easier fish I had to still tick off. I could actually hear Paul on the boat coming over to pick me up to move spots. Just moving spots, but pretty slow start so far. Lost a few nice fish, lost that battered mowie, few blue throat. Oh gosh, seen that pod in the cave, but then went down to look at it after. The stupid wobbegong was sitting right where it was. Hopefully find another spot and pick up a few more fish, but just gotta shoot straighter. After jumping in at the new spot, I knew I had a lot of time and fish I need to make up for, so quickly got to work shooting this deep bodied leatherjacket. I didn't hesitate to take this battered mowie, and this time made my shot count. It was interesting to see that someone had actually shot and lost this fish in the past from the scar on his back. On my next dive, I came down in this ledge in some deeper water and managed to finally tick off a blue throat. I looked out to the right though and could tell that it was going to be a fishy spot, as I could make out a few snapper silhouettes, so burleyed up a bit before doing my next dive. Heading down, all I had was snapper on my mind. But unfortunately, there was no sign of them. I did a few more dives, but there was still no sign. I was once again wasting time when there was still a number of fish I should have gotten by now. So I shot this trumpeter, which was actually my first one ever. Next drop, I spotted this 6-spine leather jacket. I managed to get a shot into it before it disappeared into a cave. And of course, another wobbegong shark rocked up. There was still a lot of fish, and the most I'd seen in an area this day. I was low-key really hoping a school of kingies would roll in, as this was near the spot I shot a kingy a few years back. I still really need to get a black drummer, and I'd noticed there were a number of them on previous dives getting around. So I followed this guy, but unfortunately he managed to evade me. In hindsight though, I really should have shot one of the Luderick above instead, as I soon learned that they weren't as common in this area compared to the drummer. Next dive, I didn't really see anything, so instead of coming up empty-handed, I shot another trumpeter to burley up, as I could still see a couple snapper off in the distance. And of course, I really wanted to still shoot a snapper.
Really fishy here, a lot of snapper.
On the next dive, I finally managed to get my black drummer, which I was stoked about, as they're absolutely delicious to eat. At this stage, it was around 4 hours into the comp, and my GoPro was beginning to run out of battery, which was probably a good thing, as it meant I could actually start focusing on shooting fish now, instead of having to try and film everything. But we moved spots again, and I managed to pick up 5 more species. Unfortunately, the black parrot and leatherjacket didn't make it for the minimum comp size of 30 centimeters. Anyway, some of you guys are probably thinking, where's this kingfish at? Well, you're about to find out. So pretty much the 6 hours of the comp was up, and we'd all jump back in the boat, and we're heading back in. But Paul had one last sneaky plan to drop us in on a spot to hopefully try and snag a kingfish. But I made the biggest rookie mistake. On the ride there, I was changing over my GoPros, and at the time I completely forgot that one of the GoPros was set up with no sound, so there was no way I could tell if it was recorded or not in the water. But we jumped in the water, and of course straight away we were schooled by some fat winter kings, and unfortunately I didn't manage to get the shot on video. However, I got the whole fight. The school was flying past me on the bottom, and not wanting to miss the opportunity, I took a bit of a rush shot and hit it a tad high, which didn't really hurt it. Not wanting to lose such a good fish, I played it slow while trying to keep the pressure on it, as I didn't want the flopper to close and for the shaft to pull through.
He's leading them out. I jump on quickly, sort this out and jump back in with you.
After chucking the kingfish on board, I had time for one last dive at this spot, and it was very fishy. I didn't want to come up empty-handed, so shot this goatfish, which unfortunately ended up going just under the minimum comp size by 1 centimeter.
So just heading in now, 6 hours already up. Goes by so quick during a comp. But did it right in the end, got maybe 9 or 10 fish. Topped it off with that kingy, which I'm pretty stoked about. Unfortunately, I don't think I got it on video, but I might have got parts of it. Keep you guys posted with the way here. Stay tuned.
Look at this dude.
Dakota's judging me.
What do you reckon, Dakota?
Kingfish. Which will be biggest fish. That's why I didn't bother with anything else.
9.55. There's no fishing here. Yeah, there is.
So 3 mowies, the kingy.
3 mils of kingy.
And trump.
I didn't think of something off.
Hang on.
6-spine. Rock blackfish. Silver.
Silver rock drake.
Zebra. And a blue throat.
18.3.
Very nice, Ethan. Overall champion, the winner for 2024 Eden Spearfishing Challenge, Dave Schofield. Congratulations to all winners, guys.
Make sure to like, hit that follow button, and comment your favourite part of this video and your favourite fish.